Are we tapping into a field that is causing us to feel more doubt and fear than we would ordinarily? Like just the tingles. They're talking about chronic doubt and fear that they feel. It's almost like a feeling of dread that we feel when we wake up in the morning. It's a feeling of dread as you go through your day, like something bad is about to happen, the other shoe might drop. Energy that just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. You don't feel like your best self. How can we operate in our lives without doubt and fear? This question goes on for me in my own life daily. It goes on in the lives of my clients. Every conversation I have with a client has something to do with that because we're always expanding and moving into a new space of who we want to be and who we are and what we want, no matter what area of life we're talking about. So today I want to offer you 3 ways that you can operate above doubt and fear. The first is awareness. I live in Montana, and right now we're having a hot, really dry, smoky, sky-filled summer. We have a ton of grass fires, forest fires, and they started in mid-June, which is really unusual for us. So in the air, there's always this smog. It's like this, there's pollution from the forest fires and it permeates the skies. Well, you can really see it when you're driving and see how it shrouds the mountains, which should be crystal clear. And so after like a day of breathing that, and I also remember when I used to live in Los Angeles, there's a lot of pollution. There's a lot of smog there. And the way that I conceive of doubt and fear is that it is a form of energetic smog. The way smog works is you get acclimated, or you're breathing in the air, and it doesn't feel good. You know it doesn't feel good, and you feel a little slower, a little laggier. There's a little less oxygen to the brain, but you adjust to it. And after a while, you almost don't notice that things are kind of smoggy and polluted around you. Well, the same thing happens with the energetics, where everyone in the world who goes through moments of doubt and fear contribute to, it's like a field. It's like an energy field. It's like a cloud, let's say. It has a lot of unhappy energy in it, a lot of unhappy stories. It has trauma. It has, things that come from fearful experiences. And so as we're going through our lives and we're taking new steps, maybe like in a new relationship or something with our business or whatever we're doing, we naturally feel that like excitement, fear response, chemical experience in our body, that feeling of just, I'm not sure, I'm uneasy, I'm not sure about this change. We can often tap into those fields that are full of other people's doubts and fears, not just our own. And those of you who know me know that I work to empower highly sensitive people to have sovereignty over their own energy. I work with empaths that don't feel like crash test dummies. And part of this is awareness. It's being aware. Is that mine? Where did that fear come from? Am I tapping in? Am I breathing in this like polluted energy? Where am I tapping into? And so that is one of the first ways that we can operate above doubt and fear is just, are we tapping into a field that is causing us to feel more doubt and fear than we would ordinarily, like just the tingles of excitement when you're about to do something new and you're like, I don't know if I can do this. That's a different thing. That's a different thing. Typically, when clients say, can you just talk about how to get beyond doubt and fear? They're talking about chronic doubt and fear that they feel. It's almost like a feeling of dread that we feel when we wake up in the morning. It's a feeling of dread as you go through your day, like something bad is about to happen, the other shoe might drop. Those energies, that's tapping into a thought field, in my experience. So the first is, am I tapping into a thought field? That's the first thing to get you beyond it, is the recognition that you are separate from it. It's this other thing that you're tapping into. And when you notice that there's something in you, your body, in your energy that just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. You don't feel like your best self. You're feeling a lot of dread, a lot of anxiety, you're feeling overwhelmed by sad stories that you hear in the world and the doubt and the fear that that brings and generates in you. So you can grab a tool to ground energy out of our bodies, earth energy, walking, taking a jog, clearing your head. That's why people say it clears their heads, is because they are electromagnetically releasing energy out of their bodies. You know, they're breathing in, hopefully fresh air, and getting negative ions into their space. So you want to ground out excess energy that doesn't feel good to you, that feels like it comes from a thought form, field, whatever. And also of the earth. For example, if you're a crystal person and you like crystals, you can grab some fluorite. This is has a little rainbow in it, and it can be purple, can be clear, it can be green. And also a smoky quartz or obsidian is great. These black stones. You can literally, you can shake the energy off. In other centuries, they would talk of women wringing their hands. Well, why are they wringing their hands? They're wringing their hands because they need to release energy. The hands are creative. We are taking energy off of us that doesn't work for us. It's not going to create what we want, shaking it off. So walking, connecting with nature. Why does connecting with nature help, besides the fact that we are in human bodies and we have electromagnetics in our space? It's because we are of nature. We are nature. And often the anxiety, the doubt, and the fear come from tapping into too many sources of artificial information. You know, online, too much online screen time can make you feel really bad because it's not actually of the natural world like you are. So even though we can use those as like devices to transfer information, like I have to transfer this video onto the internet, or we're, you know, searching for information using those devices, we actually want to always come back to a natural environment so that we feel less doubt and fear, because otherwise we're in spaces that aren't in our body. We're not in our body, we're just out there somewhere in cyberspace. So that is why nature helps us ground those electromagnetic overload, grounds the overload. The third way is to remember yourself. Remember who you are in your highest form. This gets forgotten when we're little sometimes. We forget who we really are. We like when you see pictures of newborn babies, they're such a miracle. Like, isn't it a miracle that anyone gets born and grows up in this crazy world of ours? And so we forget that we are that miracle too. It never stopped. What stopped was our perception of it. And so if you can remember who you really are in your highest form, often we can do this through present experience of that. Remember what you love about yourself. Think about your successes. Think about what makes you excited to be up in the morning. These are the reasons. This is how you can remember yourself. It's like you would tell your best friend when your best friend is down, hey, think about this and what's so great about you. And it's okay to do that for you as well. So these three things, you know, when you remember what you love about you, when you remember remember yourself, you're not in a space of doubt and fear. You're not. You're not, because the real essential you has nothing to do with any stories or any experiences you've ever had. So operating above doubt and fear can seem like a challenge in today's times, but you can do it. And you do it through awareness. Am I tapping into a thought field that doesn't feel good to me? If I don't feel good, how can I ground this out and take care of my body and connect with the earth and nature? How can you remember yourself in your highest form? So I hope this has been helpful. Let me know. Like, comment, share, whatever you need to do here, and have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.